Hey everybody, this is Eric Jackson. I want to do a quick touch point on how to pull data out of a packet capture, specifically off of FTP, because FTP is not encrypted, so it's a little easier. I've got a little setup here between two VMs. I'm going to connect to a server. The server on your screen will be on the left. You can see I have a packet capture up. I'm going to start a fresh packet capture. And then I'm going to connect to this server. You'll see there's the packet information all start to come in, and then I want to just upload a file from here. So let's go to downloads. Let's see if I have a picture. Drop that picture over here, and that's done. I'm going to disconnect from the server, and we are done with the FTP server. All right, I want to clear that window a little bit. I've stopped the capture. Now I'm going to save it. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is so we know I FTP'd a file from the client to this server, so we're looking for FTP. One easy way to do this is type FTP into the search bar up here. This is the filter bar. If you type enter, it'll show you all the filter or all the data. You'll notice here, just because this is TCP, or I'm sorry, because this is FTP. FTP is not encrypted, which means that when you send information back and forth, it can be seen clearly on the wire. So if you look here, you can see this. And so what I did here was I set my filter to FTP, because we're filtering FTP data, right? Well, we're filtering FTP. If you look at that drop down, you see FTP data. We'll get to that in a second. But I'm going to click on FTP, and then I'm just going to see this first part right here where it says user Eric. I'm going to right click on that, go to follow, TCP stream. And this shows you the whole interaction that was on that one particular TCP session there, or TCP stream. So you can see the blue is the server response, the red is the client response. So my client sent a username of Eric, a password of password, and then it printed working directory and showed what was going on. So immediately we already know the username and password for this thing. So that's helpful if we want to be malicious about it. But let's go ahead and get to the data that was stolen, that was put in here. So if we do FTP, it shows us the FTP data, or the FTP information. But that's all over port 21, which is what negotiates the connection between FTP and how it works, or between the client and the server on FTP server and how it works. What we're looking for is the data that was sent. So if I said FTP data and hit enter, there you go. I have all the data that was sent via FTP. If you look at it, I sent a JPEG, so if I right-click on this where it has a JPEG in it, I right-click and again go to follow and TCP stream, you'll see I get a bunch of what is effectively hot garbage in here, right? So we don't want the entire conversation, and we don't want the data shown as ASCII. So let's go ahead and put the data into RAW format, which is basically the purely raw data. And you see here where it says entire conversation 50 kilobytes. Let's hit that drop down. You'll see that there's one that's 0 bytes and one that's 50 kilobytes. Let's get that one. We're going to save as, and we have, I'm going to throw in downloads. We have this JPEG. Let's just call it JPEG.jpg and save it. And we're going to close this, and we're going to go to that file and downloads, looking for JPEG.jpg right there. And there it is. So that's it. That is how easy it is to extract data out of a TCP, using Wireshark out of a TCP packet dump. So if you're confronted with this, it's not a particularly challenging task. It's just finding where that data lives. And a lot of times you're going to be inundated with extra data. If you look through this without a filter, there's a lot of other stuff happening here because it was just on a live network. So that's how we take files out of PCAPs using Wireshark. I hope everybody learns a little bit from that and has a good day. Thank you.